Hey everyone, welcome back to Animal Prime, your go-to destination for eye-opening journeys into the wild wonders we share this planet with. I'm thrilled you clicked on today's adventure because we're trading in lions and tigers for creatures you can actually share a sofa with, if your sofa is big enough. That's right. We're exploring the top 17 biggest cat breeds on Earth, a parade of whiskered titans so gorgeous they'll make your jaw drop and your measuring tape quiver. Which domestic cat can stand on hind legs and stare a 6-year-old child in the eye? Which velvety giant leaps 8 vertical feet as if gravity never got the memo? Stay right here, because the answers come wrapped in tufted ears, jungle rosettes, and legends older than the printing press. Stick around to the very end. Our final breed rewrites everything you think you know about house cats, and there's a personal story I can't wait to share. Trust me, you'll want to be here for that. Now dim the room lights, crank your imagination's ISO, and picture an old New England dock in late autumn. Fog curls between creaking masts while burlap sacks of cod and salt slide across damp planks. Out of that vapor strides the first of our gentle giants, the Maine Coon, the seafaring titan of the Northeast. Its fur looks spun from maplewood smoke and winter sunrise, thick enough to shrug off snowstorms that would freeze lesser felines. An adult male can stretch a paw to tail length of 40 inches and tip the scale north of 25 pounds. The same weight as a carry-on rolling bag you'd haul through JFK. But numbers don't capture the presence. Tufted lynx-like ears, a tail as full as a foxtail boa, and paws so wide many come with an extra toe or two. A genetic quirk called polydactyly that once let them grip ship ropes better than any rat catcher in colonial lore. Mariners swore the cats arrived by hitching rides on Viking longships, and Maine legend insists some carry raccoon blood, a myth debunked by genetics yet immortalized in the breed's name. What is undeniably true is the heart behind that colossal chest. Despite their brawn, Maine Coons melt into your arms with a chirping trill, doubling as foot warmers in unofficial therapy animals in nursing homes across the U.S. Watch one pad across hardwood. Every step marries black bear confidence with ballerina grace, as though the creature remembers glaciers and log cabins in its bones. From the pine forests of Maine, we pivot to something altogether wilder, a spotted comet that turns living rooms into grasslands. The Savannah, the vertical leap in fur. Imagine a cheetah's elegance distilled into household form. Satellite dish ears, legs like coil springs, and moonscape markings brushed over a lean torso that can soar onto refrigerator tops in a single bound. Early generation males can weigh 30 pounds yet feel lighter in their arms, all fast twitch muscle and endless limb. Their party trick? An 8-foot vertical launch straight up the wall, a maneuver that sends ceiling fans into early retirement. That athleticism traces back to the 1980s when a domestic Siamese mother met an African serval father, wild blood tempered by cuddly civility. Today, later generation savannas are legal in most U.S. states, though zoning boards occasionally do a double take when they spot a creature that looks like it just stepped off the Serengeti. Every trait tells a story. Those oversized ears funnel sound like parabolic microphones. An evolutionary souvenir from the serval's open grass prey hunts. Their spotted coat isn't painted on. It's pixel-level camouflage fine-tuned over millennia of African nights. Yet in a suburban family room, that same cat will collapse belly up in trusting bliss, purring like distant thunder, while a toddler builds Lego castles against its rib cage. Their dual nature, jungle swagger plus golden retriever devotion, has made the Savannah the darling of adventure cat Instagram. Leash-walking mountain trails and kayaking forest lakes beside their humans. And as the Savannah's tail flicks a lazy infinity sign, we feel the curtain rise on the next act of our colossal cat odyssey. Catch your breath, refill your mental popcorn, and keep those senses dialed up, because the realm of oversized felines is far from spent. You can almost taste pine resin in the air as our spotlight drifts beneath towering Scandinavian spruce. There, cloaked in a double-layer coat dense enough to shame Nordic knitwear, strides the Norwegian forest cat, the myth on Viking keels. Shoulders broad, chin square, it looks sculpted from ice and fairy tale prophecy. Males routinely top 20 pounds, yet they flow up oak trunks as if weight were a rumor. Somewhere between lynx and lion in silhouette, they shelter waterproof guard hairs over a cashmere undercoat. A design that once let them stow away in longship holds, hunting grain ship rodents from Bergen to Constantinople. Legend claims the goddess Freya's chariot was drawn by 6 of these cats, and you'll believe it the moment one peers down at you from a 9-foot bookshelf with calmly tilted green eyes. Yet if the Norwegian is winter embodied, the Siberian is the blizzard itself. Originating in Russia's taiga, this breed fields a triple coat so weatherproof it squeaks when you stroke it. 17 to 27 pounds of coiled muscle hide beneath that fur, but watch a Siberian clear a 7-foot baby gate, and you'll understand that heft is only potential energy waiting to go airborne. Remarkably, many Siberians produce lower levels of FeL-D1, the allergenic protein, giving hope to sneezers who dreamed of big cat companionship but settled for plush toys. Tsarist chronicles call them guardians of grain warehouses. Modern life sees them dominating agility courses, weaving poles like furry missiles. Their purr sounds deep enough to shake snow from cedar branches. Softening the tempo yet not the scale, meet the Ragdoll, the cloud that breathes. Blue eyes luminous as alpine lakes gaze from a color point mask, and the moment you lift one into your arms, easily topping 20 pounds, the cat liquefies, draping over your forearm like warm silk. The name Ragdoll arose in the 1960s when creator Ann Baker noticed her big, gentle kittens went limp with trust whenever held. Despite their mass, they'd rather trot at your heel than test Olympic leaps, content to chirp commentary as you binge documentaries. Their show-stopping plume of a tail sweeps the air like a feather duster kissed by static. And yes, that affectionate sprawl earns them therapy cat status in pediatric wards, where their altitude drop heart rate magic has calmed countless tiny hands. Three titans, 3 climates, 1 through line, grandeur tempered by grace. And yet the parade marches on, feet silent, stories loud. Imagine a cinnamon root beer sunset over the Ozark foothills. Out of it strides the Ragamuffin, the velvet storybook come to life. Cousin to the Ragdoll yet distinct, this plush-coated wonder packs up to 22 pounds into a teddy bear outline. Eyes tinged with gold or aquamarine. Stroke that fur. It feels like Angora spun from campfire smoke, a texture so luxurious college textile labs once modeled synthetic fibers on it. But ragamuffins are more than walking throw blankets. They're peace ambassadors. Drop them into a room of feuding pets and watch tempers dissolve under the weight of their calm charisma. Their origin reads like small-town folklore, California cat fanciers in the 1990s blended Ragdoll lines with street strays, chasing a friendlier gene pool. The result? Feline diplomats sized like bowling balls with the souls of therapy dogs. Shift gears to high gear, the Bengal, thunder-made flesh. At first glance, you see the Asian leopard cat peering through those rosettes, and you're not wrong. Genes from the wild side ripple under domestication. 10 to 18 pounds might sound smaller than our earlier giants, yet muscle density makes a Bengal feel like a brick of coiled springs. Flick on a laser pointer and you'll witness liquid acceleration, 0 to bed frame, in under a second. Their coat shimmers with holographic glitter, a microscopic refractive property that turns morning sunlight into a living disco. Early breeders in the 1980s hoped to create a conservation ambassador by bringing jungle beauty onto sofas. And today, Bengals reign as Instagram royalty. Their spots echoing endangered cousins they help protect through raised awareness. Deeper into hybrid territory walks the Chausie, the Pharaoh's long-legged shadow. Bred from jungle cats that once graced Egyptian grain stores, modern Chausies stand tall on hindquarters designed for swamp reeds. 25 pounds of lean length, they boast a chest so deep your palm vanishes when you scratch it. Their keen amber eyes track everything, mapping household airflow for fun. Owners swear Chausie's master fetch like retrievers, greeting them at doors with cheer-ups that sound suspiciously like, "Welcome back." Historical papyri describe reed-dwelling felines that hunted alongside fishermen. Today's Chausie channels that heritage, leaping onto refrigerator tops to oversee the catch of the day. Usually your leftover salmon fillet. 3 fresh brush strokes on our mural of monumental mousers, and yet the canvas still waits for more. Picture a London twilight, cobblestones slick with rain, gas lamps flickering. Out of a puddle reflection pads the British Shorthair, the Churchill of cats, broad-shouldered, jowly, wrapped in a frosted blue coat that looks poured, not grown. 18 solid pounds rest on stout legs, moving with calm purpose like an old banker who's already seen the market's highs and lows. Their lineage predates the Roman withdrawal from Britain, soldiers having imported Egyptian mousers that bred with local ferals. Today, they're icons of stoic charm, featured in everything from Victorian paintings to viral "I can has cheeseburger" memes. Run a hand along that plush pelt, and you'll feel shock absorption worthy of aerospace seats, a genetic marvel evolved for damp island warehouses. Follow the Thames upstream until it turns into Anatolian snowmelt, and behold the Turkish van, sometimes called the swimming cat. A gleaming white body crowned by auburn head and tail markings, as if Michelangelo left the sculpture half-painted. 16 to 20 pounds shift effortlessly through water. Yes, these cats willingly dive into lakes of eastern Turkey to cool off in scorching summers. Villagers swear they once ferried messages across Lake Van, a myth tinged with postcards of wet paw prints on ancient docks. Today, vans surprise American families by joining toddlers in kiddie pools, their semi-waterproof coat drying in record speed thanks to sparse underfur. That same coat, silky as chiffon, shimmers against sunrises like spilled milk edged with copper. Now, step into evergreen Washington State for a breed named after forest sprites, the Pixie-Bob, the legend in short tails. Early rumors claim bobcat heritage, though DNA dampened that campfire tale. What remains is magic, a bobtail no longer than your hand, tufted ears, and a hefty frame reaching 17 pounds. Their feet often sport 6 or 7 toes, giving them the stance of a lumberjack in snowshoes. Pixie-Bobs adore road trips, staring out car windows with dog-like fascination, perhaps believing every passing mile might reveal the wild cousins they resemble. In family circles, they're storybook companions, sleeping atop bunk beds like guardian gargoyles, tails twitching to lull night terrors away. 3 silhouettes stamped against 3 backdrops, and still the clock ticks. The lineup deepens. Slide south to the high desert plateaus of New Mexico, where the horizon wavers like kiln glass. Here strides the American bobtail, the Nomad with a heart of gold. Bred from a motel parking lot stray in the late 60s, this cat wears a rugged, semi-long coat dappled like canyon rock. 18 pounds of sinew flex beneath, driven by hindquarters strong enough to pull open sliding doors, an accidental trick that has baffled vacationers nationwide. Their tail, a weather-vane nub, swivels with every thought, broadcasting mood like Morse code. Long-haul truckers adopt bobtails for companionship on cross-country runs. Tales abound of cats that sense engine trouble before check engine lights flicker, pawing dashboards until drivers exit and discover overheating belts. Crossbreed ingenuity brings us the Highlander, the Whirlwind in curled ears. Picture a lion cub sculpted by a Vegas neon artist. Wide-set eyes, pronounced muzzle, and ears that curl backward like ocean waves frozen mid-crash. 22 pounds isn't unusual, yet they bound across cat trees as if helium-filled. Created in the early 2000s by blending jungle curls with desert lynx stock, Highlanders carry a bobtail and polydactyl paws that slap toys with comical thuds. Their personality? Clown in a strong man's body, these cats somersault off sofas, then sprawl belly up as if to say, encore? Families with teenagers find Highlanders to be the perfect energy mirrors, gaming partners who chase controller cords and photobomb every victory screen. Shift tides once more and meet the Ocicat, the spotted harmony. Unlike prior hybrids, this beauty owns zero wild DNA, just the illusion of it. Weighing up to 15 pounds but long as a Subway baguette, Ocicats carry sleek athletic builds under a satin coat splashed with thumbprint spots. The pattern emerged in 1964 when a Michigan breeder crossed Siamese with Abyssinian lines. One kitten looked uncannily like an ocelot, and a star was born. Today's Ocicats have no fear of strangers. They greet dinner guests at the door, often stealing sips of iced tea while locking amber eyes on newcomers. Watch them sprint a hallway and you'll catch glimpses of cheetah ancestry that never existed. Proof that Mother Nature's looks can be borrowed without the wild side effects. 9 lives worth of bulk and bravado behind us, yet our checklist still holds promise. Soft Parisian rain drips off the slate rooftops, and in that muted light prowls the Chartreux, the silent blue shadow. Cloaked in woolly gray that glows silver at dawn, these cats carry centuries of monastery lore. Carthusian monks allegedly bred them to guard grain stores in between meditations. 16 muscular pounds hide behind eyes the color of molten gold, and their voices rarely break the hush. Their mouthing meows, communicating in Morse code blinks. French sailors once prized Chartreux for rat catching on long voyages. Today, jet-lagged business travelers claim the breed recalibrates their circadian rhythm with a single velvet-silent nudge at sunrise. Drift west to the Rockies, where the air thins and curls around the Selkirk Rex, the living teddy bear. This cat doesn't just have curly fur, the whiskers spiral too, framing round cheeks like cartoon clouds. 15 pounds of solid frame underpin that plush carnival coat, a mutation first discovered in a Montana shelter in 1987. Pick one up and you'll feel density, not flab, like hugging a warm memory foam pillow that hums. Selkirks sport a clownish patience with costume dress-ups, enduring pirate hats and feather boas for school photo projects without a single swat. Their laid-back humor led one veterinarian to nickname them cats in sheep's clothing with puppy souls. And then stage lights flare, tiger orange for the Toyger, the backyard big cat. Designers in the 1990s dreamed of a miniature tiger to spark conservation empathy, and they succeeded. Bold vertical stripes, deep-set muzzle, and a rolling gait that echoes its jungle namesake. Up to 15 pounds of sleek muscle prowl beneath that coat, each inch reflecting torchlight like polished bronze. Toygers excel at clicker training, slinking through agility hoops while children gasp at their homegrown safari. If you've ever longed to see a tiger tread across your living room rug without the ethical nightmare, the Toyger offers the illusion wrapped in domesticated devotion. 17 breeds, 17 brushstrokes, all now splashed across this sprawling canvas. Only one act remains, and it belongs to you as much as to these cats. Take a slow breath and let the images stack like stained glass panes. Maine forests and Anatolian lakes, Viking prows and Paris cloisters, stripes that mimic tigers, and curls that mimic lambs. Every cat we've met tonight redefines house pet, stretching that humble phrase until it sings with possibility. Together, they weigh more than an adult polar bear, leap equivalent skyscraper floors, and carry legends stitched from every corner of human history. Yet for all their mass and myth, each one purrs beneath a rib cage the size of your cupped hands, proving that greatness and gentleness can share the same heartbeat. I'd love to hear which giant stole your imagination. Was it the Maine Coon's old salt charm, the Savannah's gravity-defying hijinks, or perhaps the Chartreux' monk-like hush that spoke loudest of all? Drop your pick in the comments and feel free to brag with photos if you share life with one of these beauties. We celebrate responsible ownership and can't wait to showcase your stories in an upcoming community reel. Now, if tonight's journey lit a spark, there's an entire universe of extraordinary animals waiting just off stage. Smash that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our next expedition. Trust me, the creature we're filming right now has a tongue twice as long as its body, and you won't believe what it can do with it. Until then, keep your curiosity wide-eyed and your sense of wonder on a short leash, because here at Animal Prime, the wild is always closer than you think. See you on the next adventure.